Welcome to the Spotlight segment in our show, The Lunch Vibe. My name is Rickxel, and of course, I want to say it's a pleasure that we have spotted somebody very amazing gentleman who is going to share with us our topic of discussion today. And to me, he may not need an introduction, but probably for the person watching for the first time, an introduction, please.
Thank you, Rickxel, for this opportunity to be hosted on the Uganda Catholic Television. I'm Mr.Junjju. I work with Radio Sapiencia. It is a radio of the Catholic bishops of Uganda, located at the Uganda Catholic Secretariat. Okay. I'm humbled to be with you.
It's our pleasure. Thank you so much one more time. And today, in our topic of discussion, earlier on we were discussing with different youth, different people on the street, and they were giving us their opinion about the same topic of discussion. And we shall be talking about hopelessness among people. Hopelessness in different ways, in different places, probably homes, workplaces, or just life. But maybe for the person who is agreeing out there, what do you understand by the word hopelessness?
Hopelessness, it comes from hope. And hope is when someone has expectations. You are working towards a certain ambition. You have a plan. You have an aim in life. But the moment you lose out on all that, then you are hopeless. It leads to hopelessness, as we have said. And to me, I would think that this is built from home. If you are a child, your parents, your guardians help to drive you or to guide you that what do you want to be in life? In other words, they are setting your aim. They are helping you to plan. In case you told your parents that I want to become a teacher, I want to become a doctor, then you must study hard. Get what you are required to get from the parents, from the teachers, from other counselors to see that you reach your aim and you will get what you hoped to have. But the moment you fail, probably your parents have died, you no longer have school fees, or you have lost it in the class, you no longer have, I don't know, the brains, then you become hopeless.
Okay, in many ways, everybody almost has hope, and people are born with hope. And every time any person walks on street, they walk with hope. Everything that we're doing with the hope. But it reaches an extent whereby somebody stops hoping. So I want to share with you today, what are some of these elements that make one to lose hope?
If we started with home or the family, the moment you don't have a chance to sit with your parents, to open out, for them to understand your problems or for you to understand their challenges, then you start to get the chances of not having hope in life. Because you will not understand your parents, neither will they understand you. So you are at crossroad. I would think that is the first parameter or instance where we lose out on hope, we become hopeless. You have said at the workplace, in case you came to work, and of course wherever we go for work, we expect to get elevated or promotions. Probably it goes with your books. But you find someone has gone for further studies, but you remain at the same level, at the same rank. I've had this with my colleagues in the forces. Someone who would be at the level of a commissioner is still at the lower level. And probably it is due to wrangling amongst the people. So you lose out. And in other words, this person will no longer do his roles or duties as expected. In other words, he will underperform because of lack of hope. He no longer see light in his duty or in his line of operation.
Okay, that is a good one. Now, when you look at those elements that make somebody to lose hope, how has hopelessness affected families, individuals, or maybe companies?
At the family level, if you have got a father probably who has had his contract ended or terminated from work, this person or this father has been getting all his income to feed the family from the workplace. Yes. You see, he will not have money to take children back to school. He will not have money to care for the home, probably even for the other dependents. This person, if not cancelled or hoped to get probably another source of income, this person, I tell you, will get despair. And from despair, at times we have seen people killing themselves. That is committing suicide. So at the family level, it can be to that extent. Or becoming a drunkard. This person does no longer have hope in life. He doesn't see any headway ahead of him. Then he will just go to drinking and eventually will become a drunkard. If it is at probably you, the child, in case there has been a problem, we have seen some. You have not performed well. You think you have, I don't know, you have betrayed yourself because the parents had a lot of expectation in you, the teachers. We have seen some students also committing suicide or joining gangs, groups. And what do you find there? Nothing. They become hopeless in life. So probably those could be the two examples I can give you.
Okay, looking at actually an idea that one gentleman shared with one of my pundits. He mentioned a point whereby he was blaming the government. According to you, do you think in any way government policies have also made some individuals to lose hope, and probably how?
Yes, government is a big entity, probably where we all have to fit. I would think if you are a worker, you have to learn the government policies and laws. For you not to be caught at crossroad, that you have ended your work or your contract and you don't know where to go further. Unless there is an eventuality, probably I call it so, in case your contract has been terminated unknowingly. Probably there is a mistake done and you surely don't have anywhere to start from. But to probably a certain extent, like especially the youth these days, they say that the government has not planned for us, we don't have jobs. But at the same time, you have to look through. What is the population of Uganda? We are told that every year over 800 youth are churned out from the higher institutions of learning. The government can only manage to employ 100,000 people. Surely the 700,000, where will they be employed? So it means, fine, we may put it to government, but again, the policies, all the technocrats who have been given responsibility must think through, the planners, that if the government only has 100,000 jobs, how can we plan for the 800 or the 700 who are remaining? Then let us skill them so that they can start their own jobs, because they can't be absorbed by the government. Let us change the curriculum that it can help this person, a youth, a male, a female, probably engage in agriculture, smart agriculture or modern agriculture, not the way we used to do, which is not earning you any money. So I would think, yes, to a certain extent, we may blame the government, but we may also blame ourselves, because in Uganda there is an analogy that when an anthill, is it when the aunties have changed the course, then you also change how to tap them. So we are created conscious people by God. We have the brains, we understand. Then we have also to think if things have changed this way, how can I change? Because Rickxel, if you studied, is it CRE? They say
yes.
If you avoid the change has to change you.
Okay. Actually, is there a time you have ever lost hope as a person?
Yes, I would say when I lost my mom, but I was at a very young age. I interacted with my grandparent and grandmother. Actually said, your mom was very nice. And it was at a time when I was failing to join secondary school. Money was little, and you see the parents at times, if your mother was around because she was earning well, you wouldn't be getting such problems. So I lost some hope, but this grandmother helped me and said, no, Frank, don't lose out. I will try to look here and there and see that I fix your fees and you go. Because I wanted a very good school, and it needed a lot of money by then. But she tried her level best, and I had to join the secondary school.
Okay, for that person who is depressed, who is hopeless right now as we talk, and probably is watching this program, is there a way, or probably can you try to give them strategies of gaining lost hope?
Like the example I've shared with you, my personal experience, I see it that my grandmother counseled me, although she shared with me the challenge that was ahead of us, but she counseled, said, I'm going to look here and there to see that we put together and you go to school. So the first thing, open up. Get someone you trust, open. And this person, if probably is well conversant with counseling skills, you get counseled. Then also go to prayer. Go to prayer. God doesn't forget his people, because in the Catholic Church we are given three virtues. There is hope, there is charity, and there is faith. The moment you have faith, you can't lose hope. Because wherever you have faith, you know that God will provide for me the next day or the other day. So you keep going, you keep going, keep going. Eventually, the lost hope, energy, you regain it with time. So go out to church, get involved in prayers. That's where I will probably get people to assist you, or counselors. When you open out, you never know. You will get someone who will give you a job, who will help out you with, probably, if you don't have food, you get food. So generous people are still there, although sometimes we see those who have lost it out and terrorizing others.
Okay, they want to fail with everyone.
Yes.
Okay, thank you so much. And of course, in case you're watching out there, this is the Spotlight, a segment where we bring a random guest discussing a topic of discussion. And in case you've been following, you can also drop a comment on our social media platforms. That is UCTV on Facebook, UCTV on Twitter. Actually, depending on how you have perceived our topic of discussion, and we can discuss together. So as probably we wind up, can you have the last say to that person watching you right now on UCTV?
Thank you, Rickxel, for this opportunity. Our viewer outside there, please, if you have been challenged in life, which is inevitable because we are human beings and we are to get these challenges, know that you are not the first person to lose it out or to get challenged. Talk to people. Get a confident, probably the person you trust, talk to the person. Seek for counseling. Go for prayers. If you have parents, please use them. At times we don't want to respect our parents, but these are the first people who would say they are the God on the earth. Please trust them. Talk to them. They have gone through all this. They'll give you at least the steps of how you can get through any challenge. There isn't any challenge in life which can't be
Sound.
overcome.
All right, thank you so much, and that has been very, very nice and amazing having you. And for now, actually, we shall come back and wind up, but let's just take a musical interlude, and I want this song to come from you. Any song of your lifetime or your favorite song, or probably might be your son's best song or your daughter's best song.
Oh, there is a recent song. I think Rickxel, you have seen it or watched it. It is by John Drill.
John Drill?
Yes.
Could you be knowing the
My
title?
Friend.
My Friend.
Yes.
Okay, okay. All right.
Because you pray, you lean on that person, especially with this topic of discussion. If you have that person, you feel that I can lean on him, can give me assistance, can counsel me, can support me, I think it can do me best.
Okay, let's go for My Friend, coming from John Drill, and of course it came from my guest, and actually we shall be coming back after this one, and it is still the lunch vibe.